Thomas, and today I'm gonna... It's like the answering message you record 25 times. Have you done that? I'm gonna tell you about the different models of Lowdens, not the shapes, not the sizes, but the different series. The original series they're all made from the woods that George used in the beginning when he designed his original series. That is mahogany, there's some cedar, there's some rosewood, and there's spruce. Back then, luthiers weren't really as adventurous as they are with exotic woods today. So the original series stays like that, And there's also the whole guitar is a bit simpler or plainer, just visually. It's got the wood bindings. We've got the wood, simple wood rosette. So obligatory 5-piece neck, no back strip here. So it just gives this full thing. It's a rosewood headstock, facing, and 503 tuners, which are different from the 510 tuners. The 510 ones look a bit more streamlined, I guess, but this is the first time I noticed today. So that's the original series. The 35 series is a bit more visually involved. This one happens to have a bevel, which is nice if you play a lot. If you don't practice at all, you don't need a bevel. No, I'm joking. It does make the guitar fit a little nicer to the body. I mean, nowadays people make guitars with like 8 bevels and bevel back there and stuff and doors, but I like that George Lowden builds his guitars pretty simple and reasonable, and so there's that. We've also got an abalone rosette as opposed to the wood rosette on the original series. It's got a bound fingerboard, got the back strip in the back, and ebony head facing, and 510 tuners, which are a little more shiny, but otherwise the same as the 503s, I guess. And the 35 series, you can have a wide range of wood combinations. 50 series was built in thought of in response of people who really want to go all out with their instrument, and basically what they'd do was they would pick the most visually exciting woods, like the best of the best woods that come into the workshop. They go into the 50 series. Basically we have everything included as before, but you also get a fancy, beautiful wood rosette with abalone. I really like these myself. Got I don't know what this is called, but the end of the fingerboard has this nice wee curve in it. Got the ebony headstock, you've got the tuners, you've got also 5 or 10 shiny tuners. You have the same fancy wood bindings here that you'd have in the front on the 30 series and the 25 as well, and the original series. And even more involved, beautiful back strip back here. And of course this one has a bevel as well. And for the 50s series you can pretty much get any wood combination you want to, except the ones that George won't build for you because he doesn't think it's a good idea. So if you want that carbon fiber one, you need to go somewhere else. So what I have here is a beautiful Lowden baritone guitar. Baritone guitar is kind of halfway between regular guitar and the bass. I tuned this one down even lower, so if you were in standard tuning, this would be B flat or A sharp. Yes, but I've tuned that even a step lower, so there might be a little more rattle than there should be. So that's up to me, it's not the guitar. What's different with this is the scale length is a little longer. It's about 5 centimeters longer, so instead of 650 millimeters, scale length is 700 millimeters. And what George did is he made the neck 2.5 centimeters longer, and he moved the bridge here for 2.5 centimeters. It took a little bit of rework in the top and the bracing to make that guitar sound good, but it's worth it. That's not even the bass string. I just love this. So baritone is a completely different beast, but there's loads of players besides me. There's Don Ross, has a bunch of beautiful tunes on his baritone. Andy McKee as well, and so on and so forth. I wouldn't want to be without a baritone anymore. I have one myself. So this is the Fan Fret. I'm actually a little cross with George because I always wanted one, and he introduced this the year after we introduced my signature model, and I really want one of those. The reasoning behind this is that I'm not quite sure what the scale length is here and what the scale length is here, but the middle point is just about the scale length of a regular Lowden. So top is a little bit shorter, bottom is a little bit longer, and in the middle is about the same. The reasoning for this is to give a bit more tuning stability on throughout the whole guitar, especially if you use far out tunings. And B, the second reasoning is to give a bit more bell-like treble. Bit more sustain and power to the bass. And you'd actually be surprised how easy it is to get used to. See, even if I do some fiddly bit, I still hit. You still hit all the notes. The only chord that most people have trouble with here is F, which is a bit, you have to go back here, so that's the only one. It's actually really, oops. So it's pretty amazing how you just play the right stuff anyway. So there are all these arguments about why fan fret. One is tuning stability, which I don't really buy because it's not like Andre Segovia or Django Reinhardt were completely out of tune whenever they played. My main reason for liking this is that it looks cool, and I want one. Right. So, well, thanks. Thank you for watching.